the pick and roll method. This is when you are in the dating field and you go out and you see the group of friends. How do I approach the different girls in the group? How do I approach them? It's always interesting because you see these videos online. You're like, oh my gosh, how would I approach this girl? It's so intimidating. This is why you have to analyze the game. Guys, this is the floor. This is your objective. She's the bad one. She's like, oh my gosh, that's the girl you desire. The reason why the pick and roll method works so much is because you get to finally get to her. What do you mean? Look, we all know the friend group, there's always the chief of staff. There's always the person that is guarding the property. Why the pick and roll method is so important is because you kind of can assess the entire play before even going in. So what you do, the reason why it's called the pick and roll method is because you pick the girl that you really want. You see her, but you actually go for the girl that's the boss. Usually, you guys know, you got they the tough ones. I don't say too much, but they usually understand that they are the ones that aren't getting approached tonight. She's probably getting approached so much. But the reason the pick and roll works is because once you identify the two targets, you pick and roll. You pick your target and you roll around. So how does this work? Well, once you assess the situation, you go up to the friend group. You hit her with the, hey, I really like your hair. You hit her with something that she would not understand. But what the idea about the pick and roll concept is you hit this chief of staff first. You go to the friend and you be like, oh yeah, you're cool. I really like what you got going on. And then you hit your target. She's in shock right now. She's in shock that at the end of the day, you did not pick her. You picked her friend before her. You picked the second friend before her. And you just dusted her off. Her attraction has now become to a whole new level, right? When you decided to walk up to the friend group, she's like, oh, here's another person that's coming to me. But what happens is, you went to my friend? Oh. You went to my next friend? Oh. You didn't acknowledge me? Oh. So what happens? In the conversation through the night, this girl is going to be so mesmerized that you went to her. But what's so interesting about it is she's going to talk about it too, but she's not going to talk about it as much as she is. But she is going to get stuck on it. She's going to get stuck on it because you were the one guy out the entire night that didn't choose her. I now want you because you don't look better than me. This is what's happening together. This is why the pick and roll method works so bad. It works so bad because it changes the game. It's like you started a civil war in that joint. she's like, there's no way. In her mind, she's baffled. She's baffled because she knows the chief of staff, you're managing us. So you think I'm gonna manage you? I want what you have. Because there's clearly something that he sees in you that he does not see in her. And this is where the long game plays. Because as that attraction goes up and up and up, the discourse is going to become, and this is the long game. This is where there's levels to the pick and roll, where I'm going to tell you at the next stage is the pick and roll is now you chose to pick the chief of staff, and you have her blushing, she's having all the conversations, and not only are you guys connecting, but it's only to just become friends. And once you're in, once she's approved you, she's going to approve you because you picked her. She's already going to approve you because you complimented her before you complimented her. She's going to want you way more. She wants this. She doesn't care about this guy. She's going to try her hardest to figure out, why didn't you ever choose me when you went after her? That's why the pick and roll method is such a chef kiss, is because at the end of the day, you now change the entire dynamic of the entire friend group because you didn't choose the girl that was getting picked the entire night. You are the soldier that triggered her attraction for you subconsciously by picking the girl that doesn't look as attractive as her. So that's the benefit of the pick and roll method. And mind you, we gotta understand, you may be at a state fair, you may be at a bar, you always go for the friend that you already know that's not getting approached. But there's levels to it because you can literally change the entire dynamic within the same status of what you got going on. If you're in the same area, and if you don't want to play a long game and become friends and be like boom, 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 that's the long game. But if you want to do it short, you gotta know how to do it quick as possible. And that's a whole nother video. But I really want you guys to understand, the pick and roll method actually works if you really tap in to how to analyze the entire situation as soon as you step on that court. You pick the one that doesn't get picked, and you leave the one that knows that she needs to be picked. Because in her mind, she's always going to think about, why didn't he choose me? And what about me does he not like? That he found my other friends attractive than me. But he didn't find the second attractive one attractive. He found her attractive. But this is kind of like, and it's so cool about this, right? And I'm gonna keep it short. What's so cool about it is, you know that she's on a back burner. You know that's her goal. She's your goal. You not paying attention to her literally raises the stakes down for you to literally look at her, the entire situation, and be like, I'm not afraid of walking up the friend group because I'm going to the least attractive one, and I'm literally talking to the least attractive one and going through the entire friend group. And what happens? Now the friend group decision making is less risky, less hard, because you know you can approach the least attractive one. You know that. So now it's like you're building up to the girl you really want to, rather than being so timid of going to the ringleader and her probably denying you or just in her third, but you're literally working your way up to the tiers and it's just going backwards. So now the friend group literally is not intimidating. You just do the pick and roll method and you see how it actually works. I'm just saying it's gonna work. Believe it or not, class is closed.